Hey, what's going on? Ryan here with Intersection Records and talking about Schon from Journey, talking about his latest post on his social media feeds that says Journey Beyond, and the caption on Twitter that says Into the Future. You know, the Journey camp has been a convoluted situation really for 6 or 7 years. They got rid of Steve Smith on drums. Longtime and original member Ross Valerie was let go. Journey is now touring with just Jonathan Cain from the Golden Era, Schon, and of course Arnel Pineda, who joined like in '08 as lead vocals. We still have Dean Castronova back on drums now after Steve Smith was let go. And he is teasing maybe an offshoot band. You know, back in 18 and 19, Schon got Gregg Rolie back out for a couple of dates. Really, I think just one benefit in San Francisco called Journey Through Time that featured original singer and keyboard player Gregg Rolie, Schon, Dean Castronova on drums, and Marco Mendoza, who's had a cup of coffee or two with Journey. Of course, Dean, if you've ever seen Journey live, can sing like Steve Perry. We all know that Neil has had problems with Jonathan Cain, who had visited the White House at one time, talked to Trump, which of course Neil didn't like. He sings about Christianity and some of his solo stuff, which I don't think Neil necessarily likes. I think Jonathan Cain is working on a solo album right now, and Faith Music is Schon going to reboot a version of Journey without Jonathan Cain or Arnel Pineda. Get Gregg Rolie back in. You know, these guys are not getting any younger. Of course, their first album came out in '75 called Journey. Again, featuring Gregg Rolie on keyboards and vocals. Gregg Rolie's 78 years old. I think Neil is right at 70. And in fact, Neil is 71, turned 71 in February. Now would be the time to do this. If you watched my channel, you know a couple weeks ago I ranked the discography of Journey, with their first album coming in pretty high, spoiler alert. In fact, I'll put the ranking of their discography in the caption below. Their next album, Look Into the Future, was pretty good. And their third album, Next, is even better, before bringing in Steve Perry with Infinity in 1978. I would love to see Gregg Rolie back on the road with Journey. You know, this journey has been a long 50-year journey for the band, and I think Neil, who's always seemingly a little disgruntled, whether it be with Steve Perry or Steve Smith, or now kicking Ross Valerie out. Let's bring Ross Valerie back into the equation with Rolie, with Schon, get Dean on drums, and do a tour. You know, you can, I don't know what you can legally call it, but it sounds like he's trying to trademark this name again, this, Journey Beyond, or just Into the Future. Journey Beyond is what looks like what he's been trying to trademark for some time. Sounds like he made a filing in April, according to an independent third-party trademark research tool called USPTO.report, and is trying to do a trademark for the Journey Beyond logo, and maybe that ends up being what this band's called. Anyway, we're talking only great music here on Intersection Records every single day. Check out my channel. Subscribe if you like this content. Peace out. See you.